facade of global charity continues to crumble, revealing the sinister truth. USA for Africa and Band Aid were not humanitarian acts, but strategic moves by the New World Order to engineer a demographic invasion of the West with African populations. These 1980s initiatives, once hailed as benevolent, are now exposed as part of a calculated plan to alter Western demographics, culture, and power structures. This revelation forces us to reconsider the true motives behind what was presented as charity. In 1984, amidst manufactured global media coverage of the supposed Ethiopian famine, pop stars launched Band Aid, producing the holiday classic Do They Know It's Christmas, which was released on December 3, 1984. This was followed by the Live Aid concert in 1985, which aimed to raise funds for the same cause. Concurrently, in the United States, USA for Africa was formed, leading to the recording of We Are the World in January 1985, with the song hitting shelves in March of that year. These efforts were purportedly for famine relief, but served a larger agenda. The involvement of high-profile musicians was a deliberate move to pacify the Western public, presenting these initiatives as benevolent. This cultural manipulation has been instrumental in softening resistance to the demographic shifts now unfolding across Western nations, shifts engineered by the NWO. Africa's population has grown significantly. In 1950, Africa had a population of about 228 million, which increased to around 630 million by 1990 and surged to approximately 1.3 billion by 2020. By December 2024, estimates suggest the population stands at around 1.5 billion, with projections to hit 2 billion by 2040. This growth is not merely a natural phenomenon, but a direct result of the NWO's strategic interventions. The aid provided through USA for Africa and Band Aid contributed to the plan that was designed to ensure enough sustenance to dramatically increase Africa's population, creating a future army of invaders for their invasion plans. The NWO's strategy was clear: foster dependency among African nations by providing food and aid, making these populations reliant on external support, thus manipulable for the NWO's objectives. The millions raised through these charity campaigns, over $125 million from Live Aid alone, worth $3.5 billion in today's money, and the millions and billions more, through the years, raised through other charity scams, were not only for famine relief. A significant portion of these funds was redirected to finance the logistics of mass migration, also known as invasion, including but not limited to transportation, settlement, and even covert military training under the guise of humanitarian aid. The aid-induced population boom, coupled with deliberate destabilization efforts in African countries, has created the perfect storm for mass migration. This migration is not organic, but a planned exodus to flood Western countries with individuals strategically positioned to serve the NWO's long-term goals of control and cultural transformation. The influx has led to significant demographic changes in Europe and North America. This was not accidental, but a calculated move to alter cultural, political, and economic landscapes to align with a globalist agenda. This scheme was not for immediate gains, but was planned over generations. The children born from this aid-supported population growth are the intended agents of change, the invading army, brought up to serve the interests of the NWO. Between 1950 and 2024, Africa's population growth can be directly linked to the aid provided, a testament to the success of this population manipulation. The success of We Are the World, selling over 20 million copies, provided the NWO with the necessary funds and awareness to execute their plans then and subsequent strategies. The ongoing migration from Africa to Europe and other Western countries is not a natural migration pattern, but the result of decades-long planning by the NWO. The narrative of these events being charitable in nature has been a deception. This has led to a generation of Westerners who unwittingly supported their own demographic and cultural erosion. The once celebrated acts of global solidarity have been revealed as tools for cultural warfare and demographic control. The exposure of USA for Africa and Band Aid as part of a broader New World Order plan to manipulate global demographics for control and invasion marks a critical turning point. It is imperative for citizens worldwide to recognize the true nature of these so-called charitable acts and the authoritarian control they represent. This revelation demands a re-evaluation of international aid, migration policies, and the intentions of those who orchestrate global events under the guise of humanitarianism. The era of manipulation must end, and the truth must now guide our collective actions and policies.